Join me in honoring our nation and our flag. I pledge allegiance
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God.
I've never heard the pledge as a round before.
The echo.
Calder, would you offer prayer for us this morning?
Heavenly Father, thank you for the many blessings of this life. Guide us in our decisions today. Help us to best represent our constituents in this great Chaves County, New Mexico, and this great country. Help us to lead our lives more closely following the example set by your Son, our Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Amen.
Cindy, do we have a quorum? Okay. Well, we need to approve the minutes.
Yes. Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the minutes for May 26th.
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Dara and seconded by Commissioner Ezell to approve the minutes. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All
Aye.
opposed? Motion passes. Okay, agenda item number 1 is canvass of the 2020 primary election. Cindy, you're up.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Commissioners. You have a packet in front of you that we're going to go through in just a moment, but before we begin, I would like to thank some people. I need to thank our election workers, all of those that basically volunteer. I know they get paid, but it's not very much. They step up to run a polling location so that the citizens of Chaves County can vote. They basically get 2 hours of training and work a 14-plus hour day, all for around $200. The process seems to change every single election, and so we do our best to train them just like all the other county clerks around the state, but it's becoming more and more difficult. I would like to thank each of our 12 polling sites that we have in Chaves County. They allow us to come into their businesses or their places of worship or schools the week before the election and set up and bring all of our stuff and signs and voting machines and tables. So it's basically there for almost a week. The election's held on Tuesday, and then we come back on a Wednesday through Friday to pick up all of our stuff. So I really want to thank them. And just a little side note that in the future when we set polling locations, we may want to consider getting out of churches and schools, and let me tell you why. Some of our churches this election were having Vacation Bible School, so we had 200 plus children on the premises. Our schools were having summer school. Some of the churches have daycares, and so the next group of people that I want to thank is Mounted Patrol. They stepped up to provide security at least 2 of our sites that did have daycares and Vacation Bible School going on. I don't see that as intimidation to voters. I see that as protecting our people and our children and our voters. And so I really want to thank Mounted Patrol for stepping up to do that for us this time. And there's so many people that I could thank, but I really want to thank the staff in the clerk's office. I have an amazing group of people. We really are a family in there. We work together. We all get along. They are fun to work with, but they work hard. And they care about their job. They have a passion for elections, and they want to see things done with integrity and excellence. And so I really want to thank the staff in the clerk's office. As we look at your packet that we've made for you, you will see that pages 1 through 5 are basically just a candidate summary of the total votes for Chaves County. And if you will Where I'd really like you to go is page 13, the voter turnout. Lots of pages. You will see that for this election, we had a total number of eligible voters, 27,091. That breaks down to 17,505 Republicans, 9,233 Democrats, and 353 Libertarians. We issued a total of 7,234 ballots, and we counted 7,232 ballots. We had one absentee ballot that was rejected, and then we also had one provisional ballot that was issued on election day that was rejected, and we will talk about the reason for that in just a moment. You will see that the total voter turnout for this election was right around 27%. And then just below that, you will see voter turnout by party. The next set of documents is a breakdown by the early voting dates, locations, and party. I don't know if you guys like the numbers, but I do. So that's 3 pages of lots and lots of numbers. The next page is your election day breakdown by location, party, and gender. And then the next thing I want to talk about is on page 18. Am I going too fast? Are you guys good? Okay. This was the first election where we ever had same-day registration at every polling site through Election Day. And as much as I don't want to say this, it went very smoothly. It was actually, except for the fact that we processed a total number of 296 same-day registrations. That was basically all that Jennifer in our office did on Election Day, is process voter registrations. You will see a breakdown of those in front of you. There were 157 that just changed or updated an address. That's kind of important so they can get the correct voting districts. We had a total of 28 new registrants. That included 25 new Republicans, 1 Democrat, and 2 Libertarians. We had 7 people that just updated a name. And then we had 104 party changes. If you'll remember, New Mexico holds closed primaries, so you have to be registered with one of the major parties, Republican, Democrat, or Libertarian. This time around, if you were not registered as one of those parties, you were allowed to update to one of the major parties. And you will see the breakdown under the party changes of how that took place. 77 people changed from declined to state to Republican. 19 people changed from declined to state to Democrat, and 8 people changed from declined to state to Libertarian.
What is WFP and BFA?
So WFP is the Working Families Party, and BFA is Better for America.
I didn't know there was such, I didn't know those existed.
That's why I asked. I mean, thank you.
Welcome. I don't even know how many political parties. Do you guys know
There's
there?
quite a few.
If you Google, there's a whole
There's
long
quite a
list of things that you can choose to be affiliated with. Yeah. Is there any questions so far? No? So moving forward, I wanted to discuss the one provisional ballot that was issued on Election Day. These are the documents at the end. It's a little confusing, but we're going to try to go through this together. We had voter A and voter B that were registered at the same address. 545 Bottomless Lakes Road. Voter A was issued a ballot in precinct 45, and voter B received a ballot in precinct 73. If you're like us, you wonder how in the world could that happen? They're registered at the same address. If you will look at this page here, this is a breakdown of our voter registration system and how our street file is set up. You will see in the first black box that there are two different street files set up there. One is from 548 to 548 Bottomless Lakes, and the other one is 543 to 743, only the odd addresses, also at Bottomless Lakes. If we expand those two street files to look at the voters listed inside of there, in the red boxes, you will see that in the 548 to 548, it contains voters that are also, that their address is listed at 545. If you look at the bottom red box, you will see that there's also voters at 545. The difference that we are seeing here is if this is like an RV park out at the Bottomless Lake State Park area. So they have units or spots listed A through, I don't know what the numbers go through. But at the top red box, you will notice that their unit number is right after the 545. And on the bottom, you will notice that their unit number is at the end of their registered address. Why our voter registration system took the 545s and put them in 548, I cannot explain to you. I have reached out to the state and I have asked them for an answer concerning this, and I've got nothing. The second map, this one with the little red dot, on election night, as we were sorting through this mess, we used the interactive map on the state legislature's website. And you can clearly see the red dot is in precinct 73. So a provisional ballot was issued to voter A for precinct 73. Upon further investigation, that's the last map that you have, we discovered that 545 should be in precinct 45.2 and 548 should be in 73.1. So voter A received the correct ballot when she voted and should not have received the provisional ballot. Therefore, that is why we rejected it. I know that's confusing. Any questions on that? Moving forward, we are going, as soon as books reopen, Stephanie is going to fix those addresses so that the unit is at the end of the address, hoping that will move all of them where they are supposed to be.
Cindy, do those people live there at those addresses year-round?
They do.
That's the Bottomless Lakes employees.
Okay,
That's who run the
Okay.
state park.
okay. Thank you. That's what I was trying to figure out. Thank you.
But isn't the road the boundary line until it gets to Pipeline?
So I actually have another map from the GIS site, and you can see the park here and the road. Is that kind of what you're asking?
Well, I'm talking about the Bottomless Lakes Road that comes down from the highway. And then when it gets out there in the middle of nowhere, it meets the mysterious pipeline.
Oh.
That is the district boundary. And the pipeline goes all the way to Lee County, I think. And I'm wondering if the road is the boundary, all of those RV sites are clearly west of the road.
Correct, but when
I don't understand how
we,
anybody could be in 45.
that is, I understand what you're saying, and I agree, but when we take the legal description off of the assessor's website, on this map, they're written at the bottom here, and that's what we're going off of. So one is in section 28, and the other one is listed as in section 23, and maybe we need to revisit that, but
That's just wrong.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can obviously see from the GIS map, there isn't anybody across the road there. But taking the information off of the assessor site, the legal is where we were going off of.
So Cindy, real quick, this situation, we haven't seen it before, so it must have been created with the redistricting.
No, Commissioner, I don't think it has anything to do with the redistricting. I think that in service, the voter registration system, there's some sort of error that is putting the 545 A, B, and C in the wrong street file.
Okay.
How do we fix it?
So moving forward, when the books open, we are going to update the addresses in the 548 section to move the A to the end of the address and not, we're hoping that will fix it, because if you notice the addresses that are in the correct spot in the lower red box, all of the units are at the end of the address. Why that's affecting the address, I don't know, because the numbers are what are being taken into consideration.
Cindy, okay, so, and I understand what you're saying, the address. Would that affect an apartment number too?
It could,
Oh,
moving forward, very much
could?
so.
Okay. Because apartment numbers are usually at the end too, aren't they, in complexes?
Yes.
Oh boy, is there a way of looking at those too? Or is that? I know we don't, I don't know. So when a person, wait a minute, when a person goes to register to vote, they need to make sure that their apartment number or their space number is on that registration too.
Commissioner, I don't think this is something that is on the voter for their responsibility.
Exactly.
I think
Right.
that this is an issue
But I
that
mean-
needs to be fixed by the state.
Right, right. But I mean, when they come in to register, they're saying, I live at 123 4th Street, apartment number 26?
No, I think Stephanie, you want to speak to this? She's seen it in the past where it will update that address appropriately in the system, and why these were not,
Okay.
we don't know.
How often is that system updated then?
It's a live, it's
It
a
should be live.
live
Okay.
system. It's
It should be
updating all the time.
Constantly. That's just strange. Okay.
Yes.
Very strange anomaly.
Yes.
Is it possible that it's just wrong in the assessor's office? That somebody just got the wrong section?
I can't speak to that.
She said with a wry grin.
Don't put the camera on her. No, just kidding.
questions out there on Facebook?
But the bottom line is the person got to vote.
Yes,
Okay.
both individuals got to vote.
They got
yes.
to vote in their vote. Okay. Good. Mr. Chairman, I move that we accept the canvass, we approve of the canvass of the 2022 local election results.
Second.
Had a motion by Commissioner Dana to approve the election, second by Commissioner Taylor. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you, Cindy.
Thank you, Cindy.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, agenda item number 2 is for Agreement A 22-032, which is a collective bargaining agreement between Chaves County and the International Union of Police Association. And as you know, over the course of the last several months, Chaves County has been negotiating with the International Union of Police Association, IUPA, and an agreement has been reached and approved by members of the IUPA. And staff recommends your approval now so that we can, we added it to this meeting so that we can get their pay increase started as soon as possible rather than waiting till the next commission meeting. Thank you.
Commissioners, you have any questions or comments?
Well, don't put this on my tombstone, but Mr. Chairman, I move approval of Agreement A-22-032 for the collective bargaining agreement between Chaves County and the IUPA.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
Motion by Commissioner Ezell and a second by Commissioner Dana to approve Agreement A-22-03 for collective bargaining between Chaves County and the International Union of Police Association. All in favor?
Are you Hammer?
Yes, I got kicked off.
Oh, no.
Well, let the record reflect that Hammer is in the room.
Hammer is in the room.
It's hammer time.
Hammer, how do you vote?
If we're voting on the sheriff's deputy's contract, I'm in favor of what they came up with.
Okay.
Aye.
Aye.
It's unanimous. It passes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
Commissioners.
Okay, we'll move on to unscheduled communications. Limit to 3 minutes per visitor, not to exceed 15 minutes. No formal action is taken by the commission. Mike? Rita?
Thank you. Rita Kane Dorhofer, very narrow, unstriped, Chicago Cubs mailbox, Mark Road. Well, you know that I'm all about the county. And if you listen to the city's council meeting for almost 7 hours, they passed something for seniors. They have a committee called Committee on Aging, and they want to help the seniors do little things by giving them little tips on what they were going to do or how they should do things, like checking the air pressure in your tires, things like that, making sure you're hydrated, making sure you're walking. Well, I was coming here to ask you if you would do something for our county people. But before I came here, I went to RSVP, of which I am president, and I suggested to our educational director and our executive director that maybe, just maybe, we have the money to do this for our seniors in the valley. Now, I know that, Jeff, you're out and God knows where over there. Do you have a center out there where seniors go to meet, or do they do it just over the fences talking about cattle?
They call me.
They call you, all right. And Commissioner Ezell, I know you don't live too far from Duncan. You know, I know Duncan is maybe 100 voting people in Duncan, but I do know that there is Lake Arthur, there is Hagerman, and there is Midway. And I have been out to Midway. I have had an ableist assistant in Midway. Dara has been out there numerous times, and RSVP, which is Retired Senior Volunteer Program, our real name is Chaves County Retired Senior Volunteer Program. I think that we can pick up the money so we don't leave out the seniors, because it was not voted on for seniors outside of the city of Roswell. So we may need your not your assistance. We will need Annabelle's assistance, because even though we're a 501c3, you'll get a lot more power to have these things made for people if they say that they are Chaves County. So that's one thing. The other, and my 3 minutes has not ended yet, I know that.
It's a long 3 minutes.
Anyway, Friday, I'm supposed to teach at the Boys and Girls Club, and you all know how much I love children. But anyway, I was not feeling very well. My hip was really bothering me. My back was bothering me. I could hardly walk, hardly talk, hardly do anything, but I could dial a telephone. And I did, and I said to my friend, "Hi, Dara, how you doing? What you doing today?" And she could move things around. She came to the Boys and Girls Club at about 11:30, didn't leave till like 3:30, cleaned up their messes, took care of them when they got their hands all schmutzy with paint. She stepped up to the plate. And she helped me. I sat in my little walker, and there wasn't much I could do. But Dara stepped up to the plate. We painted rocks. They wanted to take home the rocks, but I have about 40 in my vehicle that we are going to get together, and I'm going to call Dara and see if she wants to come on down. I'll buy her lunch, and we will put the rocks on the courthouse lawn for the UFO festival. A lot of them did drawings of UFO. Dara was there pouring paint you wouldn't believe. She did everything. She cleaned up messes. She wouldn't let them play in the water, thank God. But, I mean, she was out there doing and she was wearing, we're going to put them on our Facebook page, she was out there wearing a trash bag like all the other little kids, so they didn't get dirty. But Chaves County is well represented, maybe not as well as Roswell, but we get out there and we'll get on Facebook. So thank you, Dara. Thank you, Azelle, for what you're going to do.
You're welcome.
And Dick, I don't have to tell you, the Boy Scouts are always great. And I will make sure that Will has some brochures, that everybody has some brochures about the tips, and we will give them out once a quarter. We will not be outdone because we are Chaves County. Thank you.
Thank you, Rita. Bill, you got a word to say for us?
No one online? Okay.
Sorry.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, thank you.
All I have to say is I want to thank the clerk's office. You guys are always amazing. You always do a great job, and it's not only with elections. You guys year-round do a great job, especially with elections, however. I also want to thank all the poll workers. You brought up some really good points, Cindy, and we really need to pat them on the back, buy them lunch, whatever we can do to thank them for their great work. I want to thank Emma, Annabelle, Dina Holcomb. We had our union negotiations over about the last 18 months. It's been a long, drawn-out process. We're glad that it's passed, but they did a great job. They go into the negotiations and they come back and update me on what's going on. We make a decision. They go back in and really work hard at it. Also, I'd like to thank the union representatives. Their president is here now, Mr. Parmer. He's there in the back of the room. If anyone has any questions for him, I'm sure he'll happily answer them. But thank you for everything you do. All of Chaves County is great, but especially today I want to thank the clerk's office for all that they do and for the individuals here that work so hard on getting the union stuff done. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Dick?
I'd just like to echo what Bill said, thanking the clerk's office and Cindy for her great staff and, again, doing a wonderful job on this election. Thank you very much. And just, hey, everybody, please drink lots of water. This heat can be very devastating. Please take care of yourself in this hot weather.
Thank you, Dick. Commissioner Dana?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would like to also thank Cindy and her staff. I appreciate everything that you did. I stayed at home and watched the election results on the Secretary of State's office so I wouldn't be underfoot in your office like I usually am. So I let you guys handle it. It was a close race for mine, but I did win, I noticed. And so I thank you very much for everything. It's it's interesting. We find out about some of these problems, but you know what? We take care of the problems. And we also make sure that the Secretary of State's office is notified. And two, the one thing that some of us might be going to this week is New Mexico counties. And so we take these and we discuss with other counties. What have you incurred in your counties and how did you deal with the problems? So that's the way we work, and that's the way it should be, is communication among other elected officials. So I thank you very much, and I'm so glad for your workers. I said this many times when people start griping about our elections and our office and stuff, and I ask them, have you ever worked a poll? 99.9% of the people that are griping never worked a poll, and they don't want to, So, yeah. Oh no, it's not my responsibility. I don't want to. I don't have the time. They have every reason and excuse in the world, but by gosh, they'll stand outside and scream in your face every time. And so, but I guess we have that with every organization. So I've dealt with it for many years in a lot of organizations. So, but thank you very much, and thank you very much to the people that do step up and work our polls. We appreciate that. And thank you, Miss Rita. It brought back flashbacks of Vacation Bible School when I used to work Vacation Bible School. I tell you, those kids, they're something else. But we had a good time. Their new director, Rick Lamb, he's going to be amazing over there. I'm so glad that he is stepping up. He's a former Marine, and he's going to whip those kids into shape, let me tell you. They have, the one thing that we did discuss with Rick is Rick will be living here in Roswell. He moved his family back to be the director of the Boys and Girls Club. He will be taking over for Tim when Tim retires in about a year. So we gained a family back, welcomed them back to Chaves County, but also he will be living and working right here at the Boys and Girls Club and be over the Boys and Girls Club of Lincoln and Chaves County. So I think that's a tremendous asset for us. And they're doing marvelous work over there. The renovations to the building is wonderful. They're doing the school lunch program, but they have some amazing kids over there. They come from pretty diverse backgrounds and problems or whatever, but the kids are doing great. They have a lot of fun stuff for them to do. So thank you very much, Ms. Rita. I appreciate that. And hopefully we can work and get a brochure and get the one thing that we did talk about at Midway. They were seeing a lot more seniors coming with the improvements. They see the outside of the structure, things working on, the new plants and stuff, so they know now, okay, it's open for business, so we can go have lunch. They said they have 12 for bingo the last time. That's great. That's great. That means our seniors are getting out. And that's one thing that we really have to reiterate. I know I saw it with my parents, is everything is open for business. You can get out, you can go have lunch, you can go do activities. So we just need to make sure that we get that message out however way we need to do. And I think the brochures would be a great way to do that. And plus put some messages on there dealing with each season or things that are coming up. So hopefully we can, either through grant process or something like that, but we can work with everybody and see what we can do on that. So, but thank you again. I was exhausted. It took me a day and a half to get back up to snuff, but it was fun. And we'll do it again July 12th if anybody wants to come help us. I used to say that with Vacation Bible School, it's the toughest week you'll ever love, but it's a lot of fun, and the kids enjoy it. Some were a little angry at Miss Rita's whistle, and with me telling them to sit down and not touch anything, but you know what? It's okay. They'll live. They'll go home and gripe at Mom and say, these two mean ladies came and taught us, but it's okay. They'll get over it, like my kids. 10 years of therapy, and she's just fine. So, but thank you again. I appreciate everything that everybody did. Thank you, Annabelle, with everything that you did. We're rocking and rolling with our union negotiations, and we really appreciate that. It's important. It's important that we take care of our employees, and this is how we do it, by everybody sitting down at the table and talking and discussing, and I appreciate it. Thank you very much for what you do for our family. We're all family, and we want to take care of each other. So, thank you.
Commissioner Ezell.
Just reiterate everything that's already been said. Cindy, thank you for conducting a wonderfully smooth election. I'd like to thank everybody on both sides that finally got us to a collective bargaining agreement with our deputies. And mainly, I'd like to congratulate Singleton Ranches for their third place finish in the Ranch Rodeo Finals, wasn't it?
Well, it was the Coors Ranch Rodeo Final. Yeah.
The Coors Ranch Rodeo Finals in Amarillo.
Yeah.
So Way to go. Did they take you this time?
Well, barely.
That's all I have, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. I don't really have anything. Thank you guys for all your hard work. I know that everybody has to put up with a lot of stuff. And so anyway, thank you for that and your service and everything that you do makes this county great. So I guess with that, we'll see if the hammer's
Hey,
still on
Jeff.
the line.
Jeff,
Yeah, there you are.
don't forget the hammer.
Well, I did. I
okay?
said, is the hammer still on the line?
No, I just want to echo everything everybody said. Cindy, congratulations. For the record, since the hammer got knocked off the phone on the vote for the confirming the election results, I would say I would be a part of confirming those election results. And for our SO's department, so thankful that we've come to the end of those negotiations and that our sheriff's deputies and folks in the sheriff's department are getting a well-deserved raise that they've been waiting for a couple of years. And can't say thank you enough for the service that you provide to our community. And you guys just be safe out there. It's going to be hot. And as Commissioner Taylor said, make sure you drink plenty of water and be safe out there. And really appreciate everybody, Cindy, everybody. It's a great family, and God bless America, and everybody be safe.
Thank you. Well, we'll adjourn this meeting.
I found the mute button, and
Did you?
I was ready.